Well, hello world. I need to change location. This video is about the completely stupid bougie bummers of WV Medicine and West Virginia University. Before we get into that, I'm next to this really beautiful FedEx office store and this Verizon store. Just need to change. I just went like one block down. Before we get into WV being awful, as a completely separate entity, it's WV Medicine. It's not. They use the same logo. It ain't. It ain't sad. I mean, it ain't a completely separate entity like they say it is. Why don't we just talk about Tony Braxton for a minute? And that song's supposed to be, because I listen to the same music I listened to when I went to San Francisco in 2007. The album came out in like 2006 on the Libra album. I love Tony Braxton, and that's supposed to be a song, and that's just like kind of my jam right now. Listen to the words of the song, and never have to worry about him. Check his phone. Well, he shared his location. Pretty much know where he's at. And right now, he's going to see if he got them steaks that I sent him. I'm like, there ain't no other lady. Text to my baby. There better not be any lady at all. Text to my baby, because he's good. She ain't gonna get nowhere. Oh, it's just like Jessica with Amazon Fresh being like, hi, it's Jessica, I delivered your steaks. So she cares about homeless U.S. veterans because it's her job to bring them the steak. Yeah, we were going to defeat homelessness. I was going to offer him housing, but then it didn't work out. Josh Yates being that way. There's other videos about it, but he went to Arizona, I'll be California. And I sent him steaks because I'm changing my Colorado Snap to California Snap. I had like a windfall. I don't have money to, I can't put any food anyway at homeless shelter, so it's just like, let's do this for him. Care about if he's hungry. That's what you do when you love somebody. But WV Medicine doesn't love anybody. It's a completely separate entity. It's not able to love anybody. It's like a 501c3. Kind of in the name of corporations are people too. What was that boomer's name? The one from Kentucky. Married an Asian lady. Donald Trump was married an Asian lady. You know what I'm talking about. He looks like a turkey. That guy. Mitch McConnell. Yeah, so like WV Medicine is full of boomers that aren't even on Mitch McConnell level because they're not in politics. They're in lab coats. And the point is, serious point I'm trying to make. Well, first of all, the Tony Braxton song is serious. It's a big deal. It's a great milestone with me and the man of my dreams. It is. We never killed Josh Yates or burned his house down when I was blocked from going to work. Which is all you people care about. Like, that was what I was doing. I was unable to do it. And we left Denver entirely. Separate directions because we were just so fed up. But going back to WV. So they're not on Mitch McConnell level. They're not supposed to be. They're WV Medicine boomers are supposed to be like doctors, like the best ones in West Virginia. So the best doctors in West Virginia. My dad came in there in 2019, and I'm sure he never told them that he made me homeless in 2016, that he went to jail, got divorced, survived, chunky butt, divorce attorney Scarce Stevens, the chief politician of America's #1 TV hometown, Mount Airy, North Carolina, my hometown, that he beat his wife, that he was an awful person, so many ways. I don't think they probably knew who he was. They kind of should have, because he's on a public service announcement, or was, for like a long time. They pay the largest mayor in the state. He's involved in the Brandywine, bougie boomers, and the artist boomers up there in Pennsylvania, like with Andy Wyeth, like that class of fancy bougie boomers. Then he became Emmy nominated in a documentary about poverty. Emily McMillan Sheldon, the documentary maker, stayed at my dad's house for free. He's a multimillionaire. Or that he's archived in the Library of Congress for now. Oh, and never paid more than $6,000 in child support. And cheated on his girlfriend, his age of like 20 years, with a 25-year-old mother of 3. And then he painted the oldest church in America
And I paid for it on a Christmas card because Tom Acosta needs help.
He's a big deal. It should have been more of like, I mean, we don't have to like him, but Adolf Hitler was a big deal. Right? So, big deal, not even a bummer. But Tom Acosta is a big deal, West Virginia bummer. And so I'm sure he went in there. Well, I actually drove him. Like, he basically died at Kroger, and then we took him to Welch Hospital. And from there, they transported him up to Parkersburg. And me and my mom had a already scheduled trip to be in Atlanta during this time. And I asked him, I was like, what should we do? My mom did too. She said, we'll do whatever you want, Tom. And Tom was like, y'all just go down to Atlanta. And he told me, like, you're going to need her if I don't make it. Whenever it is. So y'all just go down there. I don't think my dad even really wanted me and my mom to be around him when he was getting his quadruple open heart bypass. But I'm sure he went in there. Like, all soft-spoken like Michael Jackson, not even saying he was Peter Pan, which he did say that before the quadruple heart bypass. So it makes you wonder, because Michael Jackson said that shit too.
And you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, Michael, I think we did. I think Macaulay Culkin's son off, and all the other old kids. Oh, what happened to you? Well, it was an Bomer cardiologist right here in California. You couldn't deal with Benadryl. You had to have propofol, and look what happened. But I just want to say, Michael Jackson loved super soaker water guns. And I just have this dream, I believe in it. One day, me and Bette Midler are going to be like at the pool in California. And, Sarah McLachlan will adopt Baby Dog. The governor's, Jim Justice, my dad's friend. Sarah McLachlan will acquire Baby Dogs by whole. And we and Bette Midler are going to have conveniently next to us some super soaker water guns, and we are going to get that butthole clean. Can't wait. Because my dad's Tom Acosta, and topic conversation. But I'm sure he went in there with the OR, beating the doctors and stuff, and he was like, I just had one cheeseburger too many. But, like, that ain't the case, because I just met with somebody here in San Francisco, like, right away, within the first 5 minutes. I was just like, I know his heartbreaker's all off, and now his heart's full of titanium. And he's telling me straight. He was like, I don't know. If you're a shitty person like that, you end up being that way.
If you're a shitty person like that, you end up being that way.
It was just like, it was like automatic. Yeah. The Hoochie Bombers in West Virginia never put Humpty Dumpty back together properly. And, like, here's what I want to say. It's like, we have to attribute some of Tom Acosta being horrible to, like, the negligence and failure. Because WVU medicine didn't say shit to me. I was already the leader of the family pretty much by then. Not officially, but my dad had already made me homeless in the largest home in the poorest place in America. Then we immediately went to Fifth Avenue, dealt with those bougie boomers up there. And, we got so close. This is how close we got. We got close, like, you just come back one more time, we'll get you in here. Into the world's finest art galleries. While he was still alive. But anyway, Tom Acosta continued being awful. I never saw him come up again. He did crack elsewhere. We took Senator Mansion, the painting of Uncle Mike, Senator Mansion.
Crack is cheap.
The looking out. The uncle that corroborated to help make me homeless had a sleepover with my Aunt Nora. And he wasn't married to Nora. It's my mom's sister. So many bummer facts. I'd hear some more bummer facts about Senator Mansion and Tom Acosta. After Tom Acosta made me homeless, we took that painting up there, and then Tom Acosta was paid over $20,000 to complete a mural that's supposed to honor U.S. veterans of the Vietnam War for Rainelle, West Virginia, Run for the Wall. And he took the money and went to Jeremy Shakes. Senator Manchin's website says Senator Manchin is proud to serve on the U.S. Senate Committee for Veterans Affairs and the U.S. Senate Committee for Armed Services. He also represents Rainelle, West Virginia. I'm sure, like 17 million veterans, this is a huge deal. Oh yeah, this new one name's stupid, but thank God for YouTube and videos live forever in West Virginia history. So this is the indoor conditions in which Tom Acosta started and never completed. Can you tell how completely blank this wall is? It's supposed to be a mural. He was paid for $20,000 to do it. And this is located, this work he was doing indoors is in the city, Welch, West Virginia, which Senator Manchin also is proud to represent. And it's the home of the oldest Veterans Day Parade in U.S. history. So, probably a big deal. Cecil Patterson, heads up. This is a big deal. Cecil Patterson is the county commissioner who I told, my dad's Tom Lester. He said, I'm so sorry, Nathan. Have you contacted the authorities? Cecil Patterson appears to still not know. He's the top alleged authority.
He's the top alleged authority.
Here, of course, is the mural completed honors U.S. veterans. Completed in Princeton, West Virginia, next county over in 2002. As you can see, I'm working on it. Here's another picture of me working on it. Here's another picture. I did it. Yep. But basically, WB Madison did a real shitty job. And I think they know. You know, they're abracadabra, bippity boppity, twirl around 3 times.
Let's go, happy fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it.
Count their fingers and take a lunch break and hope for the best. I throw that chainsaw in. Anyway, there's probably a whole roll of paper towels that they use to clean up the blood off the floor. Wasteful. But basically, they probably did their best. They probably, we have to assume, they did the best they could with what they had. And I mean that in like, Tom Acosta was already in really bad shape. He was already dead 3 times. He probably, you know, what could you do in that situation? Because that's what I ask myself a lot. And, you know, being homeless.
Yeah. Okay.
They had to do their job. And, you know, they brought him back to life.
We'll smoke them out of their holes.
We're gonna smoke them out of their holes.
But he wasn't new and approved. He was, he came up on his streams. Okay, when you have heart surgery and they, you know, do that stuff that they do, and crazy, stupid, freaky shit, and bougie boomers that WBS do, they never, like, what I'm mad about is they never said offered any family counseling, or they had no knowledge, probably, of like who Tom Acosta was, what he'd already done, paying the largest bill in the state of West Virginia, been friends with the governor and Senator Joe Manchin, and just a whole lot of stuff that like would have been like with Bill Clinton. When that sleazy boomer goes in for an oil change on his heart parts, sometimes Hillary Clinton deals with that, and sometimes she's just like, send him a text, tell him I feel better, or I hope he feels better. But he only gets the best oil change on his heart parts. Only the best. Cedar Sinai, LA, I think is where he goes. Like, he only gets the very best in the world's greatest country. And we're, you know, dealing with him. So, with my dad, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if my dad was like a quiet grandpa on disability and never, if that was the case, they still should have always done better. Okay, it's not like my dad's a bigger deal than other people. I think WVS failed all the time. And the main reason for this video is like prompting, they're doing this. It wasn't like they were like, it was Science Fair Project Day at WV Medicine. And they were like, let's just, you know, see what we can do. You know, it wasn't like some Scooby-Doo episode gone wrong. It's their job. And I don't think WV Medicine did a really good job of that. Just like at Blockbuster 98, he didn't pay the bill, so nobody knew. And I think they could have talked to me, and because they didn't say shit. They didn't say a damn word to me. I'm the firstborn son. I'm supposed to, like, in a natural family, like, I would be the one to, you know, be the caretaker for his estate. And just, I am the next, like, all that Tom Acosta is fall down to me. Like, you know, they never did that. So, they never, I also, you know, was a project director for West Virginia University, a completely separate entity, led by President Gordon Game, who gets paid $800,000 to lead, some of the time, one half of the 2 completely separate entities. It's WVU, WV Medicine. We pay President Gordon Game twice as much as we paid President Joe Biden to do all the crazy, stupid, freaky shit he does, which is like, shake my hand and say, Nathan, if you ever need anything, you should call me. And I did. And then my dad made me homeless in 2016, and he never called me back. But now, since then, I've also got all these emails. Oh, I sent him more emails than Hillary Clinton's got. Not quite, but a lot. To WVU President Gordon Gee. And like, my dad's Tom Acosta. You remember who I am? You should care. Why don't we do something? Back when I was in Denver, I was like, you used to be president of University of Colorado Boulder. I bet you still know some people that can help me in some significant way. Because I'm like, out here in the snow, stepping over the dead frozen boomers in the snow. I never got to go to WU Medicine. But like, we just have a very bad world. Boomer-led, boomer-created problems. And it's Britney Spears with like the oops, I did it again song, right? We don't have the Bee Gees. WV Medicine never even tried on them. Okay? It's just a fact. They never even did. He didn't do shit for the Bee Gees, who were nice boomers, at what they did halfway with my dad. They never did shit for John Denver either. So, we're just gonna say bad boomers at WV Medicine for, all the crazy, stupid, freaky shit you did. Probably with a roll of paper towels and blood on the floor. Blood on the dance floor at Michael Jackson. Maybe there's a dance floor in there, I don't know. And then we have to just look at WVU and the position they're in now. And the head bitch in charge is Gordon Gee. But, my boss, Dr. Elliott, she also got the emails. Her whole job is physical education and activity for kids. She knows what kids are. She knows what child molestation is. She's got a PhD. She ought to be able to figure it out. She went to Virginia Tech, so I know that, she got the right schooling. She also got a brand new Lexus. But, these bougie boomers up at WVU are just like, we don't gonna care. I'm like, yeah, you know. So, that's, we're driving home that message. Tony Braxton, my baby getting steaks. Thin ones. And, he told us he needs some meat. It's essential. My dad was just not being homeless and eating on his beef and cheating on his girlfriend with a 25-year-old. He pictures of her. He's a prominent multimillionaire in West Virginia's childhood home. I've got the pictures. And meanwhile, all these bougie boomers up at WVU, WU Medicine are just we got a Lexus sales event, if you remember, and we ain't gonna be caring. And I'm like, it's supposed to be. Tony Braxton. By the way, before I go back in the homeless shelter, need my Apple and charge this phone, get the video uploaded. More facts about boomers. When I was in Atlanta with my mom, who was the permanently terminated nurse, had already got divorced and remarried again in Saudi Arabia in 2 seconds. That already happened. She hadn't quite lost her memory yet. But she gave my dad the best little pep talk. She was the last person he talked to before he went in, get his brand new lease on titanium life. And she told him, she's like, Tom, you're going to have the heart of a 25-year-old. You're going to feel great. She gave him the best little talk. She hung that phone up and she slammed it down. And she was like, he ain't never really saying it again. And then she asked me for a room service menu or whatever because, okay, was still pissed. I had Tom Acosta, original flavor Tommy back in the 90s. She was still pissed. And her being a nurse, she kind of knew, this ain't going to work out. And she wanted it to not work out. So, that's all the facts for this video. We'll have more boomer facts in the future.
He ain't perfect, but he does it for me. It's tailor-made for me. He comes and gets my touch. Every time I put him on, I swear he fits just right.
By the way, shout out to Tony Braxton for doing a reality show to pay your taxes. Tom Acosta versus the IRS. We can certainly have that battle too. Let's do it. I'm going to send this to somebody at the IRS.